Welcome students of Standard 8 to the History and Civics session. Today in this session, I'll deal with the first chapter of Civics, that is the organs of the Indian government, the Legislature. But before I begin with the Legislature, I will explain to you some of the features of the Legislature mentioned in the Constitution. As you all know, that India is a union of 29 states and 7 union territories. So, a single government can't govern it smoothly and efficiently. For this, our Constitution has provided for a federal type of government where there is division of powers between the center and the state. And these governments at the center and the state carry out their tasks efficiently with the help of 3 main organs: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. The legislature is a body of elected representatives that makes, enacts, and amends laws for the country. The executive is the organ of the government that executes the laws passed in the legislature, and the judiciary administers justice and interprets the laws. Before I explain to you about the working of the legislature, its composition and powers and functions, let me tell you the meaning of Parliament. Parliament is not only the building to which we call the Parliament House or the Sansad Bhavan. It is the body of people's representatives who have the supreme power of governance in a democratic country. It comprises of the 2 houses, that is the Lok Sabha and the Raj Sabha, along with the office of the President. Now here the President isn't a member of any house. At the center it is called the Union Parliament, and in the state it is called the State Legislature. Then our country has provided for a democratic form of government where the government is set up by the people who elects the representatives to run the country and carry out the task efficiently. Now I will explain in detail about the 2 houses of the Union Parliament or the Union Legislature. We have a bicameral legislature at the center as well as in the states. Means to say, we have the 2 houses. At the center, it comprises the President and the 2 houses, that is the House of the People, Lok Sabha, or the lower house. The Council of States, that is the Raj Sabha or the upper house. And in the state legislature, we have the 2 houses, that is the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad with the governor. Now, I will explain to you in detail about the 2 houses. In the Lok Sabha, the maximum strength is, as provided by the Constitution, is 552. Out of this, 530 can represent the states and not more than 20 members can represent the union territories. Besides, 2 members are nominated by the President from the Anglo-Indian community. But at present, the actual strength is 545 members, including 2 nominated from Anglo-Indian community. That means 543 are elected and 2 are nominated. The members are elected directly on the basis of universal adult franchise. In the Raj Sabha, the maximum strength is 250. Out of this, 238 are representatives of the state and union territories. Seats have been allotted to the states and union territories according to the population. Besides, 12 members are nominated by the President, who are eminent persons from the field of literature, science, art, and social service. But at present, the actual strength is 245 members, including 12 nominated by the President. That means 233 are elected and 12 are nominated. And the members are elected indirectly by the MLAs of each state by means of single transferable vote. The representation is in proportion. Next we come to the qualification of the members of the Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. Members of both the houses should be a citizen of India, should be a registered voter, and should possess all other qualifications as may be fixed by the law mentioned in the Constitution. The members of the Lok Sabha should be of minimum 25 years of age and that of Raj Sabha should be of 30 years of age. Next we come to the presiding officers. The Lok Sabha elects its own speaker and deputy speaker, but in the Raj Sabha the vice president is the ex officio chairman. The Raj Sabha elects a deputy chairman from among its members who perform the duties of a chairman in his or her absence. So children, now it must be very clear to you about the composition, the strength, the term, qualification, presiding members of the two houses of the parliament. Now I will discuss about the powers and functions of the Union Parliament. The first one is the legislative powers. That is, the Union Parliament can make laws on matters in the Union and the concurrence list and even on the state list during the emergency time. It can issue ordinances but needs to be approved by both the houses of the Parliament. And these ordinances are issued by the President. Next is the financial powers. In the financial sphere, Raj Sabha is a weak house. Money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Annual budget, that is the union budget, is passed by the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha controls the national finance and provides fund needed for the government. Next is the control over the executive. The Lok Sabha scrutinizes the government and can pass a vote of no confidence. The Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha and they are in office as long as they enjoy the confidence of the Lok Sabha. Then we come to the judicial powers. The Parliament can impeach the President, the Vice President and the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court. Parliament can also punish a person for breaking the discipline in the House and may even adjourn the House. Here, the judicial function is with both the houses. Constituent powers. It can amend the constitution. The bill to amend the constitution may originate in either house but must be passed by each house by a simple majority or by 2/3 majority. So now students, you must be very much clear with the Union Legislature. And now are the key words. That is the ex officio chairman, which means by virtue of office in which there is no separate election for the presiding officer. The presiding officer, that is the vice president who is the chairman of the Raj Sabha, already holds office and is given an additional task. Quorum means the minimum strength, that is 1/10 to conduct a meeting. Money bill is a bill relating to the taxes, expenditure or income. There are two types of bill. One is ordinary bill and the other one is money bill. And bill is a legislative proposal brought before the houses. Ordinances are any orders issued by the president or the governor when the parliament is not in session. Electoral college is a joint body of elected MPs and MLAs which elects the president. And vote of no confidence is a vote that shows that the majority does not support the policy of a leader or governing body. And if it is passed against the Prime Minister or the ministry as a whole or any of its members, the whole ministry has to resign.